I will be talking about my grandpa, Isaac Boon. In Lamars, Iowa, on September 26, 1944, Isaac Boon Jr. was born into this world. His parents were Isaac Boon and Cornelia Boon. He was born as the middle child, fourth out of 8, 6 brothers and 1 sister. Isaac's siblings are Ari, Cornelius, Peter, Donald, Bernice, Daniel, and David. Peter and Ari both worked in the Air Force. Cornelius and David were machinists. Bernice was a housewife, and Daniel was a farmer. And Donald died at the age of 18. Isaac lived on a farm 4 miles north of Boone. He had many chores as a child, such as feeding chickens, picking up eggs, feeding cattle, and milking the cows. The favorite toys he had were travel trucks, cap guns, and BB guns. The house he grew up in had 3 rooms, upstairs, and 1 downstairs. He had many pets. They included dogs, 2 horses named Scout and Sugar, cats, and ponies. He has 2 things he remembers most about his pets. One is they bought a mean police dog from a cousin, and when they turned him loose, he was as nice as ever. The second thing is when they were taking off in their car, one dog jumped on their hood and started barking at them. Isaac started school in 1950 at age 6. He went to Cleveland No. 7 Country School, then Boone. His favorite subjects were algebra and social studies. His favorite teacher in elementary school was Mrs. Marlis. He got to school by biking or his dad driving him. His favorite school memory was graduation, and his worst was when the Boone School was closed. After graduation, Isaac joined the Army for 2 years and the National Guard for 20 years, leaving as a Master Sergeant. He also went to a junior college for 2 years. Isaac's first job was car washing and helping on the farm. While he was car washing, he had to wash the cars, then dry them off. A thing he remembers from his first job was getting yelled at for not washing the cars good enough. Other employments were the Army, National Guard, machine shop, post office, water plant, and a garden tilling business. His favorite job was the post office because he was paid more and got to be inside. He also best remembers going to Michigan and California as a child. Isaac first met his wife pedaling around town in Elford. He got married October 2, 1970. Their wedding colors were blue and white. They spent their honeymoon in the Black Hills. When first married, they rented an upstairs apartment, then later moved to a house and stayed there. There were changes in the community since he got married. These include families are not as big. It used to be a small town, and Boone High School was closed, and businesses were lost and gained. Isaac and his wife celebrate holidays and birthdays by getting together with family. They bought their first house for $8,000 in 1971. Their first car was a Plymouth 55. The rage of music when they were married was rock music. Church activities that he was involved in over the years was catechism. He learned that marriage is to enjoy grandkids. Important things he tried to pass down to his children and grandchildren is good work ethic and to be willing to work for what you want. Things he enjoys about being a grandparent is get somebody to do all his jobs, and he has fun watching them participate in school events. He has 3 children, Lance, Heather, and Angie. A memory about his children is Heather played well in basketball. Lance went to the Marines, so he expects me, one of his grandchildren, to be Marines. Isaac hopes his children and grandchildren will carry on with their children or Thanksgiving get-togethers with extended family. Also, a skill he would like to teach his grandchildren is fishing and hunting. The worst day of his life is when his younger brother Donald died at the age of 18. An interesting story of Isaac's life is him fishing in the Gulf of Mexico and hunting in Montana. Special celebrated holidays such as Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. He participates in the Boone, Rock Valley, and Lesser parades, driving one of the Army Jeeps at the front. During the Boone Days parade, Lance drives the second one.